I'm gonna have to find the freaking video and shit now to send a link. But it might have been on one of them videos.
I don't feel like you can buy human body parts in this country.
No, not like that. The ingredient is like a part of the skin that they put into it.
Oh. But do they like harvest that ingredient through circumcisions?
It'd be interesting to know how. I'd try my best to find a video again, but that was just one of the points one of the people was making as well. Like, if it was the opposite way around, and they was just doing that to little girls, and there was a product that men were using, then it'd be different. But it's like, okay, the other way around.
Sounds so crazy.
It's weird for that product to even exist.
Yeah, really.
It's crazy.
Definitely.
And women out here putting it on their face.
Oh, that's what it's like, a face cream.
Yeah, for women.
Featuring like young foreskin.
Yeah,
that's
basically.
Super like witchy stuff.
Weird, isn't it? I really want to grab a goose. So bad.
Yeah, it looks like the kind of animal that would fit like really well under your arm like that. But also they've got really strong necks, and I reckon they're a bit scary.
I wish they would fight like giraffes fight. Have you ever seen a giraffe fight?
Oh my god, yeah.
Swinging its neck around and shit.
Yeah, maybe they do.
No, I think they hiss and bite each other.
Do you know how you have to scare away a goose if it's coming towards you to attack?
Go really big. Pretend you're really big.
And you have to open your mouth and hiss at it. It's quite hard as a human to open your mouth and hiss, actually.
Yeah, I bet. Shit, I think.
But if you open your mouth at it, this is my technique. I do it all the time, and when you open your mouth really wide, they don't attack you anymore.
So wait, so you just can we rewind? So this is your technique. Don't use it all the time.
Yeah.
You were always getting attacked by a goose or something.
Yeah.
Goose.
Well, not always, but at a certain time of the year, definitely.
What, when they're breeding or something?
When they've got babies.
Oh.
And eggs, yeah.
Do you think it's weird that the Queen just like calls shotgun and owning all the swans?
Yeah, it's quite weird, isn't it? I wonder if she's ever like used that, you know, like got them together.
What, on her Tinder profile?
Yeah, I don't know. But if the idea of like, no, I don't agree with owning animals, but if I did, like the idea of like owning all one type of animal in the country, it's like, wow, that's a special type of power. But I wonder if she's ever actually used the swans.
For
I
what?
guess.
Like,
I don't know, like having 100 of them like fly her on a chariot.
oh. I was thinking of more of a boat sort of thing.
Of what?
More of a boat sort of thing.
What do you mean?
Like her just hooking like loads of them in front of a boat, so they just drag her along.
Oh yeah, exactly, that kind of thing. Or like getting them all to like form a boat that she could lie in. That would be good. They're so amazing. It's so clever how they're... Clever isn't the word, but like it is clever actually. Like how they're so white and they just like live in like brown water and like hang around in mud, but then they come out like really pristine white.
Yeah, clean looking, isn't it?
How do they do that? Do you ever wear white?
Do I what?
Oh, wear white.
Wear white? Not so much, no. Not too much. Forget that. Shit gets dirty too quick.
I don't understand wearing white, yeah.
That's like having white trainers. I'd never do that.
Oh.
Do you just look at my trainers and see if they're white?
Oh yeah, they are a bit white.
Hey, don't call me out, man. It's just the bottoms, man. Come on.
They look quite new.
Oh, they're old.
Oh, you just look after them.
They're ripping.
Oh yeah. But my friend told me if you wear white, when you feel depressed, it makes you feel better.
Oh, that's nice.
I tried it the other day.
Where did they hear that from?
Like a yoga, it's a kind of yoga thing.
Oh, nice though.
Yeah, it's quite... Oh, look at these ones. These birds have got nice hair as well.
They look a little bit like the grape dudes, but they're not. They've got like a ponytail.
Yeah, they do. They're kind of like mods, aren't they?
Do you know what they're called?
The grape dudes.
Yeah, you know that grape thing with the hair.
I don't know what grape
has a long neck. What about that other bird?
Oh, grebe.
Grebe.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the grebe dude.
I don't know why when you said grape dude, I imagined like a biker with a ponytail, with like shaved sides of his head and a ponytail.
When you said grape dude right now, I imagined that Kool-Aid guy smashing through like some wall or a tree saying, "Oh yeah." But I did hear, yeah, the biker dude,
All of those things.
the bald dead beard. What's the next question?
I lost them because I started looking at greed instead. You have to think of one.
What did you say? You lost her?
I lost it because I was looking at the bird.
Oh, I've got to think of one. Dogs or cats?
I think cats, really. Like, dogs are obviously like better friends. Like, dogs actually like you quite a lot more than cats might do. Have you had cats?
Yeah, sure. So I'm guessing you never had a dog.
No, I've never had a dog.
You had loads of cats.
No, I've never had a cat, but I've lived with 2 cats. I live with a cat now. She's really funny. She's like a ragdoll. She's got loads of hair. She's kind of a kitten, and she's really, really, really vocal.
When you said ragdoll, you put some images into my mind there.
What of? A ragdoll cat?
Yeah. Ragging it about like a ragdoll.
Oh.
I was like, damn, Chloe, what?
You can though. That's why they call them that. It's because when you pick them up, they just like go limp.
Wait,
like a ragdoll.
That's an actual thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
What only certain cats do? Or it's just a personality?
It's like, unfortunately, it's like a breed.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's funny.
What cats have you had?
Oh gosh. I wouldn't know. Like for breed's sake.
No, you don't need to know the breed. Just like what?
Oh.
Like, have you had loads of cats? Were they when you were growing up? Have you had them as an adult? Oh, you had one in your house, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah. We had a few cats. Yeah. I made friends with a cat before, like a stray, and she was like following me everywhere. It's like a dog.
Oh.
When I go on walks.
Oh.
And I woke up really early to like squeaking and shit, and I thought it was a mouse, but the cat had a baby on my bed. Had a kitten like on my bed.
Just one kitten?
Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah, and I was like, damn.
What was it, like wet and slimy?
Yes. There was blood.
Oh.
There was blood, and there was that bag thing as well.
Oh, really? Had the kitten got out of the bag by itself?
Yeah. It's pretty.
But you
crazy.
didn't see it coming out. You just came in and the kitten was there.
No, I was asleep. This woke me up like probably 4 in the morning. It was either 4 or 7 in the morning.
Wow.
Or 5. That matters.
That's crazy. And then what happened?
I ate it.
Really? Just the kitten?
Yeah.
Slimy and bony.
You're nasty. No, I looked after them.
Oh, really? I thought cats always had loads of babies. How come that one just had one?
I think because sometimes when it's their first ever pregnancy, it can like happen, but after that, I think they have more than one from then on. But yeah, it's pretty rare.
And then what happened? How come you don't still live with them? They just
I can't
moved
even
away.
remember what happened to them. They probably grew up and then just went off. Did their Tomcat stuff or something. Top Cat. Do you remember Top Cat? The yellow cartoon.
Yeah, I know. I can picture the Top
With
Cat.
the hat.
I've never seen. I don't know if it's a show. I've never seen it.
Sorry, what was you going to say?
Can't remember. About the cat. What? Oh, did you name them?
Yeah, Cat.
Well, all of them were called Cat.
I think so, yeah. It's either that or I can't remember the kittens one.
Right.
No, actually the kitten was called Cat. No, the big one was called Cat. Cat 1 and Cat 2.
Oh, I see.
That was it.
Yeah, keep it simple.
Yeah, bad memory in that.
Could you remember which one was cat? Was like the cat mum is cat 1?
Yeah.
That
No,
makes
cat.
sense.
The mum is just cat.
Oh, I see.
The kitten was cat 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were nice. No.
What are you? Are you a cat person, dog person?
That's really hard. I'm a dog though,
Hmm.
but I like cats as well. Cats are alright.
You are a dog.
No, I like dogs. I'm a
Oh.
dog person.
You did say
You
that
just
you
call
were
me a dog.
You. That's literally from your own mouth.
Did you just say that's the truth from your own mouth?
You literally said I am a dog.
Whoa, is it coming at me like Tawonga does? Damn.
I'm glad it's recording. You can listen
might
back.
have to like stretch and limber and shit.
Why?
To stay sharp.
Oh.
My favourite cat though wasn't my cat, it was my neighbour's cat. He was brilliant, man. I loved him to bits.
Why?
I don't know, just he had such a nice personality. I like to cuddle and shit. And just chill. And like, he just come through my window, helping himself anytime. And one time I was down, just feeling shit. And all my windows and everything was closed. And then in the morning, he comes walking in like... And I was like, what the fuck? Where did you come from?
Whoa.
It just made me happy. And I woke up one time with him sitting on my face.
Oh.
It's a bit of a shock when you don't own a cat and there's a cat sitting on your face, waking it too.
That's so funny. That's sweet.
Yeah, rest in peace, little homie.
Aww.
How come you never had any growing up?
So we always like promised one. It was like always I could have one. We could get one when my sister was 9, and then my sister turned 9, and it just never happened.
They were like...
And now she's 37. Still waiting.
If I put these many years on it, she'll forget, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Does your sister have one now?
No, none of us have ever had animals actually. We had like guinea pigs. They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're alright.
I quite like a rabbit.
Yeah, they're cute.
I always like quite like the idea of having a stick insect, but then I heard they like multiply loads and they escape loads. And my friend had one and just said like you just like go to the airing cupboard and 100 stick insects would crawl out. So that's a bit off-putting.
Yeah, I found them interesting as well.
Have you had one?
Oh no. I like American green tree frogs.
You've had them?
Yeah, like 3 or 4.
What?
They were cool.
That's a weird pet. But they're quite techy. Like you probably need like a proper tank and some moisture or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, or you can just have like a fish heater or something. No, you can't. Wait, what did I have before? I don't know. I can't remember. I either had like a light or like a heated sort of thing in there as well. I'm not sure. But you can get like fog machines as well.
Oh wow. Why? To keep it like misty and humid.
Yeah.
That's nice. Do you have many plants?
Hmm?
Do you have many plants?
Probably like 1 aloe vera plant.
Oh, that's good.
Jeez, chill out, guys. I almost already put my hand up. Yeah, there's 2 pigeons watching us right now, begging for food.
They're not begging at all. They're just doing their own thing. They're really lovely, aren't they?
Shoots me down, man. Shoots me down. How many plants do you have?
Quite a few. Probably like 8.
Damn.
But I've got loads of cuttings at the moment, so if you want some plants, I'll bring some.
Oh, nice. What are they?
I can't remember what this one's called. It's like, I've forgotten. It's got a name. It's not very catchy. It ends in like chia.
No idea.
Maybe it's sen. Anyway, but it's just a nice one. It's like a succulent, so it doesn't need too much watering.
Yeah, I probably need plants like that.
Yeah, it's quite hardy.
I'd like to think I could be that person with like loads and loads of plants.
You could be that person.
Yeah, I'd like to wish. and I have like massive trees in the corners of the room. And and vines and all that, but like, I don't think I'm too good at that.
They do take quite a lot of care. Like, not as much as the child, obviously, but they do take quite a bit of care. I saw this like meme the other day. It was like pets are the new kids. And plants are the new pets. Just like, don't have kids, have plants.
You say don't have kids?
Yeah.
Do you just tell the audience not to have kids?
Maybe.
You're trying to say, like...
Just like, save the planet, don't do it.
Are you trying to say, like, humanity is just cancer onto the planet?
We could just do it with there being a few less of us, obviously, isn't it?
Oh, damn. But you don't want nuclear bombs.
No, just like naturally wheedle us down.
Maybe we'll go for my idea then. Just making it a bit harder.
What's your idea?
Remember before?
What, the nuclear bomb?
And I was like, what makes it worse today? We have it too good.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that will, like, help it out then, I say.
Less of us.
Yo, look at that freaking duck thing's legs. Flopper flippers.
Yeah, it's a proper they're dinosaurs, aren't they? That's a, like, what is that? I think it's a coot.
What do you call me?
One more then. It's a coot. It's a coot. It doesn't sound like a word.
A coot?
No, I've got bad pronunciation. C-O-O-T. Cute.
Yeah, apparently they used to have, like, feathers on them dinosaurs.
Yeah, they all just look like dinosaurs, don't they? But some of them must have been like reptiles, I reckon. It even sounds like a dinosaur.
What does?
This goose.
What are the geese?
Yeah.
Yeah, really intimidating.
Feathers.
Do you know what that was it a climate change group who was like gluing their hands on the floor?
I love them. Insulate Britain.
Insulate in Britain?
Yeah.
Do you know much about that? Are they still doing that?
Are they still doing it?
I was asking you.
I feel like if they probably wouldn't be like making the news anymore. I reckon they're probably not. I saw them on.
What did you think about that way of protesting?
Yeah, I think go for it. It's like people are really self-important. Like obviously, like some people, maybe like one person was driving to the hospital, and that was a bit of a shame.
Yeah, that sort of shit as well.
But it's like that's one person, and most people were just like uppity about like, oh, I don't know. You know, I can understand. Like obviously, people don't want inconvenience in their day, but also that's pretty small. Like that's a pretty small scale concern compared with.
Don't know. Maybe they could lose their jobs as well. Might be in their last strike.
Well, unfortunately, even that is like a small scale concern. When we're talking about we're not talking about the planet, but we're talking about like the future of humanity. Like someone.
So that way definitely agrees with that point of making it harder for people, innit? And weeding out the weak.
Huh?
That point the night before.
No, I'm sorry, we're not weeding out the weak, are we?
Oh, that's what that kind of would lead to, right?
What? People losing their jobs because of Insulate Britain?
Yeah. Because apparently
just the people with awful employers will lose their awful employers, which is bad. But...
We don't know who they're working for, or charity or whatever.
Yeah, but if their employer was reasonable, then they would understand, like, oh, that's not your fault.
Yeah, it could have been their last strike, though, isn't it?
What do you think about Insulate Britain?
Don't know. It's definitely like a way of getting like some attention, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like the other things like it can do, and as well as like, is it CO2 what cars do?
Yeah.
Put into the thing. Insulating Britain making up of like a few miles of parked cars with their engines on isn't really necessarily helping it as well.
Yeah, interesting.
But like, I don't know. Why don't they all do that? Like, stick their hands down at Parliament sort of buildings and like sort of shit to stick them sort of people up in them sort of positions. Rather
yeah, I
than
wonder
members
why
of
they
the
targeted
public.
the road. That's a good point.
But
maybe because it's like it might not make the news. They might not make the like. That's the way to make the news.
That's interesting, isn't it? The clout aspect of it. Like,
I think it's a good name. I think it's a great name for a group. It's very like clear what they stand for. And it's just like, yeah, insulate your house. Like, shall we just insulate? Seems like a good idea. We're a pretty cold country.
Why stick your hand to the floor though in traffic?
Yeah. Did you see this? Did you see this video of like, is it called like LBC or something like that? There's that like news show.
Yeah, I know the station. Yeah.
You know, and did you see what like one of the Insulate Britain people goes on that show?
Yeah.
I'd really recommend watching it. It's like the person is like, there's a guy from Insulate Britain, and he's like talking about what it is, and he's like, the interviewer from LBC is like, oh, so what do you do? And he's like, oh, I'm a carpenter. And the guy's like, oh, so you chop down trees? And he's like, well, you know, it's sustainable forestry, so it's like, it's not like that deep. Like, yeah, I do chop down trees, but it's all like quite reasonable. And then he's like, oh, it's like better than concrete. Oh shit, I can't tell this story because I've forgotten how it goes.
Oh.
No, I haven't, wait.
Oh.
And then he's like...
Oh. What was the insulating?
And then the Insulate Britain person is like, oh, concrete doesn't grow on trees though. And then the LBC person is like, yes, it does. And then the Insulate Britain person is just like, doesn't say anything and just like lets that comment like hang in the air and just like smiles, and then the LBC person cuts him off and it's like, that's the end of the interview. It's so funny. Obviously concrete doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah, they have some really funny interviews.
It's really good.
I think it's between like 9 and 10 in the morning maybe. That's like the funniest dude or something.
Oh really?
Or 9 to 11. I'm not sure.
I think that's just like the best that was like the best like interview technique I've ever seen. Just like not like argue, just be like, that was so stupid, I literally don't even need to respond. Like, and he just like, it was really satisfying. Yeah. What do you think that like? Do you think that climate change is like not that much a big deal and not really something we need to do anything about?
I don't know if it's a big deal or not, so I haven't like looked into it too much. But no. Me individually, we need to do something about it.
Yeah.
Are you asking me if I like recycle?
No.
Oh.
Like, do you? Well, I guess you've kind of answered by being that I don't know if it's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a bit wild to me.
And I don't feel like majority of people care, because it's like, it's not going to affect me sort of thinking.
I mean, it is going to affect you. It like already is affecting us.
Yeah, I think they're thinking like, what's it called again?
Do they?
No, what the subject we're talking about?
Climate change?
Yeah, climate change. I think when most people think of climate change, they'll probably think of the extremes of it, like tsunamis happening and crazy ass weather at different times and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like most people think that's not going to be until a long time. But if you want to do something about it, I guess it just starts with us, individuals.
Do you think that's not going to be for a long time?
I have no idea because I ain't looked into it.
Wild.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Why don't you share some of it for the viewers?
Well, I'm really not actually like, I'm not very good at retaining like facts, and I'm not a very like science retaining brain. So
what do you think the solution is there?
I mean, my understanding is that it is kind of too late. Like, the climate is changing and is going to become less hospitable to humans. Like, I feel like that's a done deal. It's just whether we can slow that change so that it doesn't get worse. Like, that's what we're going for, which is still a pretty good aim.
What's the thing that makes like,
you know, like last year, you know, 2 years ago, you know, when I was doing that walk around the UK, we went to this town in Wales called Fairbourne, and it's like, it's going to be the first place in this country to create climate refugees, because it's literally like going underwater in like the next like 20 years. It's going to be underwater, and the council have decided not to fund the flood defences anymore. They're just like, see ya.
How come?
I don't really know. Like, speaking to like some people there and like looking around, like, because there's a town like next to it which is like also kind of on a floodplain, to be fair, like for the sea, you know. But that's quite wealthy, and that has, the flood defences have been supported, and plus they probably would be able to like kind of self-fund it as well. But Fairbourne is not like a particularly like wealthy area, and so I think they're just like, well, I think it's hard for me to understand why a council would not fund the defence of their town. That seems like what they're there for, but maybe it's just too expensive and they couldn't get that money from the government.
It probably is.
They're just like, well, we're going to let it go. But that's, you know, that's going to be like, that's a reality. Like, parts of the country will be underwater.
We'll have to start living like that one dude who lives just off the coast of Spain, and like he's a British dude, and he made like a little island out of like loads and loads and loads of plastic bottles and shit, and it literally like formed together, and he grows like plants on it.
Wow.
And he's like made his house on there. It's a YouTube video.
Nice.
I'll send you it if you want. And he like charges people 50 cents to like go on his island, and he literally has it like attached to like whatever, the ground or a tree, and he brings his island in.
That sounds really nice.
And he said he's probably lost it twice. He had to rebuild it because of like, you know, bad waves.
Oh, really?
Or whatever they're called.
Yeah, we'll have to learn how to do that.
But yeah,
get like 8 million
solid.
of us on one of them.
I'll definitely send you that.
I think it's real, and like diseases, I think we're going to face like more diseases, like, you know, like I feel like increasingly like coronavirus and like things like that will be like, that kind of scale of just like challenges is going to become more and more frequent.
Yeah, definitely.
As like the ecosystems are like just, you know, go like tipping way out of balance, there's all it, like the effects kind of ripple out, and so I think they're just, you know, from so many different directions we're just going to face challenges. Like food shortages potentially. Like I think we've got the technology and capacity to be able to like respond, but it's just whether we actually, like, we've got the technology and capacity to be able to respond now, but there's too many people being like, let's just carry on doing what we're doing, you know. There's not. Yeah.
What do you think's the worstest thing people do for the environment? People do to the environment? Like as an individual?
I don't know. There's just like I think having a child is like the most environmentally, but that's obviously not like, many people just want a child, and that's fair enough. So you're not going to just not have a child for environmental reasons. But
wait, why is someone going to have a child because of climate change?
Because a human uses a lot of energy in the system we've got at the moment.
You're really trying to get us extinct out here.
I guess like I don't really know. I guess like cows are meant to be quite bad, aren't they? So like flying is probably quite bad.
So us eating less meat.
Yeah.
And that's less dairy farms and whatever the farms are where they cut up cows. So going vegan, that would help with climate change.
Or not even being vegan, just eating like less meat. You know, I don't think anyone needs to be like 100% vegan or vegetarian. Just less. And just like doing less and like producing less and just being like a bit like smarter. Like, I don't think this is a like big contributor. I don't think this is like the worst thing for the planet, but like for me, like the like single-use plastics is just infuriating. Like, why? It's literally, we know now that is and you can tell like it's a material that lasts for fucking ages. It's really useful. It's such a good material, but just like you don't need to wrap a sandwich in it. That's not a smart way to use a finite resource.
Yeah, apparently they found a new mushroom that eats plastic.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, so that might be a little saviour there.
Yeah.
Of massive like mushroom.
Yeah, I think mushrooms are going to help. I reckon there's like loads of like mushrooms that are going to get involved.
Mushrooms are like the godfather of nature or something.
Have you ever grown mushrooms?
Yeah. It's very fun.
Is it?
I used to play classical music to them.
Oh, that's nice.
I'd like, grow my pretty. Grow.
What kind of, was it like edible mushrooms?
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen this one picture on Facebook as well of an orange unpeeled and then put in a plastic container.
Yeah, it's funny.
Isn't that mad? That's crazy.
No, that's so funny.
What the fuck?
But people, you know, like, and we've just like, I don't know.
Maybe that's a good symbol of a good example of marketing or something.
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to troll or be funny or something.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, maybe.
It's funny shit.
Yeah, it's intense, isn't it?
Have you ever? Oh.